It is September the 15th, and we've just got settled into the redneck blind here, overlooking a half-acre of big and beastie and a half-acre of oats. Typically, we wouldn't be hunting with these temperatures that we have, but just like last year, if you all remember, we had success on the second day of Missouri's opener, where Justin shot Misfit. Very similar conditions, close to 90-degree temps, and the only reason we hunted him is because we had trail cam pictures of him leading up to those days. Kind of speechless right now. He's got a kicker on the back here I didn't know he had. Got some velvet hanging off here, that's pretty cool. We have pictures of my target in here. We call him Sosa, big mainframe 8. I had an encounter with him last year. Self-filmed a hunt with him as a 3-year-old. A really cool hunt, so with a little bit of luck, he'll enter this food plot and present us a shot. We'll see what this night brings. And just like that, our evening was made. These redneck blinds with a combination of ozonics are just unbelievable. Come straight downwind, had 3 deer on the field. And as you could tell, those does were wanting to pick us off and they just couldn't do it. And they just went right back to feeding. It's unbelievable. You couldn't do that anywhere else, I guarantee you that. But we got a lot of daylight left here, so hopefully Sosa hits the field here pretty soon. Well, that was a better evening than what I expected. We got more deer coming out right now. But we had 2 familiar deer hit the field. A deer that I've been referring to as Mini St. Louis, and then another nice 8-pointer. Whenever they stood side by side, it looked like that 8-pointer had a year on the Mini St. Louis, but with only having 2 years of history on this farm, it's kind of hard to tell. It could be an older deer. Had a really nice body, but we're going to refer to him as a 3-year-old anyways.
Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cuddyback, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, RK Tractors, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Wasp Archery, and Realtree.
Welcome back to Midwest Whitetail Great Plains 2019. It's early season September. It's September 9th actually here in Montana. And as you can probably see behind me, I'm hunting with my longbow again this year, trying to fill a doe tag. I'm hunting, this is a morning hunt, and I've seen some deer, but nothing close enough to shoot yet. So the action's been kind of fast and furious, so I haven't had a lot of time to do an interview. But it's just a great time to be back in the stand. Hunting season is upon us, so it's always an exciting time of year. That was a perfect shot. I literally cannot believe that just happened. Well, there's my arrow right there. Well, if you'd have told me this morning that I was going to see a mule deer, let alone shoot one, I probably wouldn't have believed you. It's Just made a perfect textbook shot. Couldn't have placed it better, honestly. What an awesome morning.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. Today is September the 21st. It's the first time Ben and I have had to get out and hunt this year. The reason I'm being really quiet is we snuck in here and we've already got a 2-year-old buck kind of picking around the food plots, and so we don't want to spook him early tonight. Really, I think the biggest thing we wanted to bring everybody today was I've got 3 bucks that I wanted to talk to everybody about that I'm looking for this year. I've got an 8-point that I've got recent pictures of. I don't really have a name for him. I don't know that I name each individual deer, but he's a mature 8-pointer. I've got him on a food plot that I call Rocky Top, and if it's anything like the last couple of years, he seems like a homebody to that area. So that's buck number 1. Buck number 2 is a 10-pointer I've got in Velvet at the same place I've got that 8-pointer. But really, the number 1 buck that I'm after is it's a forked G2 and forked G3 buck. I've seen him as a 2-year-old, I've seen him as a 3-year-old, and then last year I saw him as a 4-year-old. I haven't seen him this year, but he might be, you know, a true giant for this area. It's going to be a long season. This is chapter 1. Stick with us and we're going to see what we can do for the rest of the season.
Thanks for joining Midwest Whitetail Great Plains team. It's September 18th and I am out on my moss farm here in north central Oklahoma. This farm is the farm that requires the majority of the work, and kind of as seasons go, I think every season you can look back and say there were challenges along the way, and we haven't really gotten started yet. You know, Jared and I both have tractors, equipment to do food plots with, and both of us have tractors that are down and in shops and have been for, gosh, approaching 2 months now. And so thankfully both of us again were able to have just some really gracious friends that offered up tractors, equipment to get out here and get the work done. So Jared's over in western Oklahoma today. He's about an hour and a half from me. That's kind of the span across which we hunt. We'll get a lot of food plots in the next 48 hours is the hope. We've got rain coming this weekend, and so fingers crossed I'm able to get all this done. He's able to get all of that done, and then we can kind of relax and coast into October. I started out this morning on the eastern half of the state, or east of I-35, on my moss farm, and have ended this evening on a farm that we call the Red Barn. This farm, of all the farms that we hunt, is by far the most special to me. It's a farm that's been in our family for probably close to 100 years, if not 100 years at this point. It's on this farm that I shot the local last year. It's this farm that the majority of the mature deer I've killed over the years have come from. It's also the farm that taught me the most about whitetail deer hunting.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. I'm Jared Pitchford. Today I'm out here at the REINHARDT hoping to get a lot of brush hogging done, so that whenever we do get a tractor that's able to pull our disc, we'll be able to just get after it and get it done. That pretty much wraps it up for today for me out here at the REINHARDT. I was able to finish all the brush hogging that I needed to get done, so I'm prepped and ready for working ground as soon as I'm able. Thanks for joining us out here on the Great Plains team. Check back in with us next Thursday as we continue prepping for the 2019 season.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle of Midwest Whitetail. Me and Roy are in here hunting this bean field on September 15th. It's Missouri's archery opener. I've got a few real nice mature bucks in here on the cutty back. There's one, it's a big split G2 buck, and another crooked brow tine 10-pointer. Mostly evening to dark pictures. I'm really hoping they get in here and feed tonight while it's still light, even though it's pretty warm. I got a good feeling, so stay with us. Alright guys, we got about 30 minutes of light left. We've seen 4 or 5 different does. We're hoping for a buck to come out of here, but we'll see. That's going to be it for this week in Midwest Whitetail. Hope you come back next week and see what we can do for you. Thanks for watching.